video may contain content parents may find unsuitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, it's Hunger again. It's time to play some Brawlhalla. Yeah, that's right. It's been a Sunday, and now we're just gonna hang out with our friends and have some fun.
Fights are fun! I like fights!
Anyway, so let me go ahead and get on to our our content chat on YouTube or Discord real quick. Give me a second.
Come in, you royal boob!
Alright, there we go. Alright. Solus the Demon was first, by the way. Good for you, Solus. Alright, so there we go. Just gonna drop that. And then jump into content chat. There we go. Alright, sweet. Okay. What on earth? Is that... Did Aquan change the name of their Discord server again? Alright. Whatever works.
Royal boob here.
Hey,
I mean,
up?
heyo.
Hello? Got a couple of royal boobs here. What's up?
Hey, well,
You hearing okay?
boobies. Yeah, I'm hearing you all right.
Alright. Sweet. Alright. So, let's go ahead and jump into a custom game room. I guess we got people wanting to play, so let's get that started.
Yeah.
Let's see. Map set. Big maps! Damn it. Big maps. I like big maps and I cannot lie. Alright.
Fair warning,
let's-
if this goes more than till past midnight, I'll have to cut it off early, personally.
Okay. 248908 is what I'm seeing here for the code, so...
248908.
Oh no, detainings is coming. Let me pin this real quick. There we go. That's pinned. Alright. Xian La. Hello. Andre Felipe is here. Detaining's also here. So yeah. Oh, there's detainings. All of the detainings.
And I've just cracked 100,000 gold.
I feel so detained. Alright. You like my super extreme close-up thumb? There we go. I said it's 8, right? Okay, I did. Alright. We're good. We're good. Everything's good. Alright. Who am I leading with?
Alright, I will be right back.
Gonna be right back. My god. Trying to figure out who.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Trying to figure out who I should bring in here. I'll start with Volkov. You went go-kart racing? Okay. Cool. You have no life because you're playing Bodvar. I mean, you know, it's Bodvar. That's powerful Rayman.
Yeah, I thought I'd demo the freebies they gave away for Sony's play-at-home promotion.
Oh, okay. So you got like some new skins?
Yeah, they gave away Rayman, but I already had him, so
Oh.
it's not like I got free gold.
Well, I mean, if you still got a code for Rayman, then...
Yeah.
I don't have him yet. Whoa, look out. Whoop, I'll just be over here. Excuse me. Ow, fuck! Oh my god. I do the slicey diceys. Oh, detainings, what happened? Is that lag? Detainings! Detainings, what is happening to you? Just trying to level the playing field? Give us that nice, powerful, low-key handicap. Detainings out here like, here, have a handicap. Y'all yeet. Yeet! Yeet again! Oh, shit! Damn! Oh. That was
Dude,
fun.
Hunger, you're breaking up.
That's just Discord. As far as I know, my audio should be doing fine.
Alright.
Volkov's 6 spam is a thing to be feared. Yeet. Oh, look out. Must be over here. Oh. Oh, look out. Look out. Ah! Whoo! Oh, get him. Oh, snap. Must be over here. Oh, no! Don't axe me. Ah, get wrecked! God. Oh man.
Whoops.
Did you mute yourself? You're going to wait, okay. Ooh, detainings, what happened? Man, detainings dropped out.
I popped out by accident.
Yeah, I'm just. I think Detainings might have gotten embarrassed when he tried to give us a handicap and they got dunked. He could have just got disconnected too. That could have happened, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe his internet crapped out of him. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say he didn't just rage quit, you know, because he's obviously way better than both of us. Not gonna lie, he is a fantastic player. I was just on one in that match. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh.
So after a okay.
Go ahead. Yeah. Just go ahead.
After a harrowing week in which we thought the Mother Siege had coronavirus, we found out she instead has a very strong UTI and bronchitis.
Uh-huh.
And this is the same UTI she's had since January when the whole relocation situation started. And she refused to go to the doctor for it because she didn't like what any antibiotics does to her.
Uh-huh.
Of course, the one that has the least terrible side effect is the one that makes her more moody, depressed, and unbearable.
Alright, Detainings is back. Excellent.
So she's halfway through that, and I come over tonight, and I look at her feet, and 2 of her toes are completely bruised and almost black.
Yeah.
Because she had some stuff fall on that foot a couple weeks ago, and she never got around to telling me to look at it on a regular basis to make sure that it was healing.
Wow.
So now I get to look at them up close, and they look like something out of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So it's going to be another harrowing week of medical misadventures. And as a result, tomorrow's Digimon World 4 is very much in question.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's okay if you can't make it. I'll find something else to do.
Yeah, I'm just really, really irritated because, I mean, aside from being deprived of my chance to hang out with you and play games and join your stream and all that, it's also that, you know, this is the week that I have to go to the doc and take care of myself, and I may have to delay that. And, you know, I draw the line when my personal health is at stake.
Right.
It's bad enough that she's constantly affecting my mental health. You know, I think we're all a little bit twisted. I can unscrew my head off and shoot roofs with it.
Alright.
Hey, at least I'm not making the entire show a gripe fest.
Right.
Trying to make a joke out of it at least.
Yep.
Not as big a joke as my entire life. Ching.
Detainings is out for that revenge. Just be over here. Not getting hit with that hammer. Look at that yeet. Oh, careful.
So I almost made it through the entirety of Big Bang Theory before I had to renew my HBO Max.
Nice.
I only have like 5 episodes left. And then I'll catch up on the first entire season or so of Young Sheldon throughout the course of the week. Because I didn't know that show actually started during the next to last season of Big Bang. I thought it just started running concurrently with...
Nice.
Okay, this message in the corner says you may quit without penalty? What the heck was that?
I don't know. I think you were trying to sign out.
I don't think so. I guess that's a new thing. Since I got KO'd all 3 of my characters, that you can. Is that something? Is that what it's saying?
I guess it's a feature to allow players to move quickly between lobbies if they want.
Oh, I guess, yeah. I'm back in the lobby waiting for you guys to finish
okay.
now. That's
Interesting.
weird. So yeah, I didn't know that young Sheldon played concurrently with the next to last season. I thought it just started with the last season.
I'm so gonna die.
Because like the final episode, either the final episode or next to last episode of the second season of Young Sheldon ties in with the final episode of Big Bang.
Oh, there we go. Hey, no problem on that. GG detainings. Oh, man. Alright, hey, more people.
Alicia
Yay.
BR, welcome to the brawl.
Bro.
Full car.
This powerful hangout, holla. Holla, 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 holla.
Three, two, one, brawl.
So I don't know for sure if you knew this, but Teller from Penn and Teller made some cameo appearances in the final season.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Teller's the quiet one, right? Pendulette's
Yes.
like the loudmouth fat guy. Like, yeah.
Yeah, he's his full legal name is Teller.
Uh-huh.
Last I checked, and he does have a speaking role.
Oh, how funny.
Which, you know, every time I'd watch these episodes with Mom, I'd say, "Oh my God, he can talk!" And she
Right.
didn't get it, so I had to explain it repeatedly.
Wow, yeah.
But the most ironic part is Howard, the super creepy one, who's an astronaut. He also is a low-level, low-key magician, illusionist.
Yeah.
And so Teller's character is basically Sheldon's father-in-law.
Uh-huh.
So in order to try and bond with them, Howard tries doing some magic with them, and he's always mesmerized by every trick that Howard does.
Oh, funny.
It's like, dude, we know that this stuff was like breathing to you, man.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Dominating.
Solus the Demon finally graduated from high school at the age of 21. Congrats, Solus. I'm just
down.
kidding. I'm just kidding, Solus. Congrats on getting out of that abyss of despair we call public school.
Now the true nightmare of life can begin. I mean,
Yeah. Ugh.
seriously, congratulations, Solus.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, just surviving high school should give you a friggin' Medal of Honor or something.
So they had your graduation on a Saturday, though? Okay. Random. Guess it works. I've been scythed! Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, I just barely missed that. Sorry.
What I resented the most about graduation is that they literally held your actual diploma back from you if you didn't show up to the stupid 3.5-hour ceremony.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I'm a legal adult. I can emancipate myself from my parental units if I need to. I could get a legal job. I could get drafted, fight in a war for you. But I don't get my diploma that I sat through all those boring, useless classes I have no recollection of, even from that date on. And you basically pull that one last Big Johnson energy on me, or all of us.
Alright. Yeah. So, basically, the thing with public schools in general,
Shut down.
and perhaps to a large extent high school as a whole,
You get what you pay for.
no, it's something where our public school system currently that we have now was designed to teach people how to work in factories, and we don't have a lot of factory jobs anymore. They're steadily becoming more and more automated. So a lot of our assembly line and factory jobs are no longer a thing that humans do. They're increasingly done by machines. So
Yeah.
the reduction in factory work means that we should have started changing the way our educational system works to accommodate that, so that we can prepare people for jobs that they actually might be working in.
Full card.
But nobody did that. So we're putting focuses on learning things like, plane geometry and algebra 3 and calculus and trigonometry and stuff like that, which only really helps you get into college to learn even higher level math that you're still not going to use in your job.
3, 2,
so
1, brawl.
like,
Unless you become like an astrophysicist.
like a nuclear physicist or some shit. So it's something where there aren't the whole point of our education system has become skewed towards just our current education system doesn't help you exist in the real world. It helps you get into higher education facilities. Like the sole purpose of high school. If the sole purpose of high school is to get you into college, and you're not planning on going into college, then there's absolutely no point to it. We do need some basic math skills to do like average normal jobs, but if you really want to help people find a job in an ever-changing job market, you should be teaching things like programming or
real world skills for real world jobs with real world applications.
Yeah, or like foreign languages that actually matter.
Yeah, to this day I wish I hadn't slept through both years of Spanish.
Spanish is an okay foreign language to have, but
I don't count it as a foreign language anymore.
Yeah, honestly.
Sorry.
Yeah, Spanish. Well, it's an okay second language to have. How about that? Spanish
that's great.
is an okay second language to have, but honestly, if you're going to be in business, unless you're going to be running a fast food place where you're going to be hiring a lot of workers that don't speak very good English, then you're going to want to learn some languages like maybe Mandarin Chinese or Japanese instead, because those are going to be more valuable trading partners for most lines of business. So
yeah, at a bare minimum,
if you want to impress your investors by speaking the same language,
yeah, that's a fair point, but the more immediate thing is if you're entry level, just getting out of high school, and you need something just to pay the bills while you're looking for your college, if you end up getting stuck with the burger flipping job at Burger King or the fry guy at McDonald's, being able to speak Spanish when someone comes in angry and cursing up a storm and your manager doesn't understand it, the minute you're able to diffuse that situation by speaking that language is the minute you're going to get promoted to assistant manager.
Yeah. Well, and again, it is something. There is something to be said for Spanish being a practical skill, because there are jobs here in the U.S. for interpreters and things like that, and Spanish is a common language for jobs to really be requesting for people to be bilingual in. So it's not the worst thing that you could do. When my sister went to college, she minored in Spanish. So, and then she immediately
wonder how much she's retained.
She said she really hasn't retained much since she hasn't had the opportunity to speak it in a few years. But back when she first got into the workforce, she was working at Krispy Kreme Donuts, and they had a bunch of people in the kitchen that would speak Spanish when they thought because they thought that nobody could understand them, and like whenever new guys would come in, they would start talking about how good she looked and everything in Spanish, and they'd have to tell them real quick, she can understand you, because they thought.
Oh no.
Like
I think the best thing to do is to let them. What's the word? Give a man enough rope and he'll hang himself.
Right.
I would let them go ahead and say something in Spanish that would get them fired, and then write them up and say, "This is what we heard you saying in your native language. Cut it out immediately."
Well,
make it be their first and final.
Anyway, it's just something where it's going to be much more useful to, like you said, at the entry level type positions than it is at like the top level positions. So.
Right, but it's more likely that a high school is going to teach Spanish than, say, Mandarin.
Right, but at the same time, even though a high school will have like maybe 2 or 3 years of Spanish to teach you, a lot of the time that's not enough to become really functionally fluent.
Right.
Like, you're really only going to get functionally fluent if you either take a trip to some place that speaks Spanish natively and immerse yourself in the language for a while, or if you are taking college-level courses where eventually they're speaking Spanish the whole time, because you're just not going to develop fluidity by experiencing, an hour-long class. Even because when I was in high school, the Spanish teacher, one of the Spanish teachers, it's like, oh, it's Spanish too? Okay, we're going to try to speak Spanish the whole time. It's like, it's high school Spanish too, not college, lady. Like, nobody's fluent here. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah.
Like, she was thinking we were just going to speak Spanish the entire time we were in class. It's like, nope.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that one. I was real glad I got the sweetheart of the two.
Yeah.
There's
I
this
failed
one
that
guy.
Class proudly. Anyway.
Oh well, that's not the approach you take with high school.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That's expecting way too much from high schoolers. It's like, anyway. Oh boy. Oh, did I get wrecked? I got wrecked. I got wrecked while I was looking at chat. All right.
And the thing is, even if you do, go through Spanish 1 and 2 in high school, and then you start going in college, you will probably burn out and lose interest in learning language because of the absolute slog that they turned it into.
Right.
I watched this one guy give it was a YouTube video, obviously, and he was basically giving an essay saying that, the best way to learn a language, if you want to learn it, is you treat it like a video game. And you basically you reverse the path that you learn from versus how they do it in high school.
Yeah.
Basically, he said you should find like a copy of Basic English, which is like 850 words in English, and learn the Spanish or whatever, Spanish, French, whatever equivalent of those words.
Uh-huh.
And memorize them, and that way you can put together you can have basic conversations with people in whatever language it is.
Right.
Your grammar's going to suck, but people are going to be able to understand you, and you're going to enjoy using what you know.
Right.
And only after you've memorized that's when you go through the slog of learning grammar, syntax, and spelling, and all that stuff. Because otherwise, you're just not going to have fun with it. And I always believe, it's a religious belief of mine practically, that you can and should make learning anything and everything as fun as possible.
There we go. But, yeah, and that's the thing is, they really do, being in a quote-unquote Spanish class or a French class really is like being in an English class. We don't go to English class to learn to speak English. We go to English class to learn how to conjugate and, write English professionally, even though nobody talks that way. And that's what they do in Spanish and French class. They teach you to speak Spanish the way it's written, or to speak French the way it's written, and not the way that people actually talk. So it's like, You know, so yeah, it's kind of a dumb way to educate people who just want to learn to speak the language.
Yep.
If
I
you need
remember-
to hear it again, Hutch, you can back up the stream. It's okay. Anyway.
I remember Senor Long saying that you could go through 10 years of learning how to speak English, and you could speak it fluently, like you're a textbook.
Yeah.
And so it would take you another 10 or 15 years to get caught up with the common vernacular and slanglish.
Yeah. So yeah, it's something that's like, why don't they just try to teach people through immersion? Like the thing is, I've never taken a single class in Japanese in my entire life, and I can speak Japanese just about as well as I speak Spanish, which I took 2 years of in high school. You know.
Yeah.
Like. I barely know a few key words and phrases in both languages, but I think I know a wider variety of words in Japanese than I do in Spanish, which is actually stupid, you know.
Yeah, and I may have slept through most of my 2 years of Spanish, but the other 2 years are just 2 full semesters. I forget.
Right. I know enough Japanese that sometimes I notice translation errors in anime that I'm watching. Like.
Anyways, I may have slept through Spanish the whole time I took it, but I still like to smirk whenever I hear some random Mexican person call me a stupid white boy female genital as he's walking by me, as if he thinks I don't know what he's saying.
Right.
I just smile and say, "Have a nice day." Because not stooping down to their level is kind of a superpower of mine.
Well, I got annihilated. Fun.
So did it give you? Did it give you that message that I saw earlier?
I think so.
Said you can quit without penalty.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's definitely a new feature.
Yeah, works. But you know, I'm streaming here, so I'm going to spectate instead of waiting in the lobby. Makes sense.
Right.
Plus, I can meme.
Revenge is a dish best served with pinto beans and muffins.
All right. What are we doing?
Waiting for me to come back down from orbit.
Oh, well, that's not gonna happen.
Hey, where's Grundy? He's in orbit. What? He's a zombie. He'll be fine.
Alright. Let's see. Solomon Grundy want pants too.
Mako.
Alright.
Born on a Monday, died on a Sunday.
Uh-huh.
If I remember correctly.
Orbiting the sun. Brawlhaven! Brawlhaven! What the hell? What have you guys done?
3, 2, 1.
Oh well.
Brawl.
It's not the worst stage. just stayed up there. Ah, mine. It's mine. You can't have it.
So the Soul is going to join us in game or in chat?
I don't think so. He was here earlier, but around the time his brother showed up, he made himself scarce. Maybe a little sooner than that.
Did he get a stern
That
talking
was
to?
amazing. I love the way Thatch threw that landmine right in the middle of two people and nobody stepped on it, and then Thatch jumped in the middle and stepped on it himself.
No, that can't be as much fun as the time I skateboarded right into it.
Man. That'd be a fun thing to do someday. Go through Brawlhalla videos and make a landmine compilation. Funniest landmine moments.
Yep.
That would be a lot of stuff of footage to sift through. Oh, snap.
Dominating.
Oh, hey, so Hutch's birthday is coming up, oh boy. Well, I got annihilated.
Well, at least you weren't the first one.
You may quit without penalty, it says. Dang.
Yeah, it does say without penalty, but you don't see yourself getting the XP and gold.
Yeah. GG! Alright.
Magyar.
Gamyar. Alright, here we go.
Oh, and I was totally right about Sheldon being a Bill Gates Microsoft fanboy.
Uh-huh.
Because there's an episode where Bill Gates made a cameo appearance, and he was going to show up at the university and meet one of the guys. But Sheldon just assumed it was a April Fool's joke.
Oh, how funny.
So he completely misses meeting him because he assumes everyone's screwing with him. But the thing is, it's like his roommate isn't screwing with him, but the other guys are. So they keep telling him different places that Gates is going to show up at.
Alright. How funny. Ow.
And apparently, in that episode where he couldn't decide, both him and both him and his former roommate, when he like moves across the hall with his girlfriend at one point, they both get Xbox Ones.
Oh, how funny. Yeah.
So apparently a decision was made.
Right. Yep. Bill Gates has been in the news recently. Apparently he's getting a divorce.
Yep. His wife's gonna sing like a canary.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stories coming out about his various infidelities. So, and you know, if that's all that he's been doing wrong, then the media will probably just ignore it.
Or they'll obsess over it in order to gloss over other things that are happening that should be in the news but won't.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah. It just depends. Like I say, if it's a slow news week, they'll obsess over it no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, I caught that one straight in the face.
That was so funny!
Wasn't paying attention.
Hunger throws bomb, hits guy standing behind him. Oh my god. Oh. Oh man. But yeah, it's something where
I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him like completely be the head of the Xbox project and see what decisions he would make to make it better.
Right. Well, GG Taros.
Player
GG.
3 wins.
Nice powerful detainings. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Derpy. I swear.
And again, you know, Bill Gates is the guy who was quoted, like, shortly after the Xbox was launched or unveiled, that if we don't cut a profit within X amount of months, then we're just going to cut it
Yeah.
or drop the project. I'm like, this guy had no business getting into the games industry.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think he was sort of dragged into the game industry, like kicking and screaming, and you know, I don't think he saw it as something that was going to be popular, and then he was promptly proven wrong.
It wasn't terribly prompt.
Yeah,
you
I know.
The
I know
original
that system had its trials and tribulations to go through at the start, but you know, it still had a pretty hardcore fan base even in the beginning.
Yeah.
The controllers looked like freaking Big Macs.
And even with your huge hands, they weren't uncomfortable and unwieldy.
Yeah, those were the worst controllers, I swear to God. Like, Nintendo 64's, you know, freaking triple dildo controllers were comfortable as fuck by comparison. Like...
I never had a problem with the standard 64 controller.
The thing with the 64 controllers is, a lot of the time when those came out, a lot of the time when I was gaming, I would be lying down, and those controllers do not work for that posture. Whereas with all the other controllers that like don't have a third dildo in the middle are fine. So, like that was my biggest complaint about them. Like, is that it had this awkward third dildo thing that it didn't fucking need, because there's been plenty of other like controllers since then that have fixed that problem far more elegantly. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just it aesthetically it didn't look all that great, and from a comfort standpoint, it left a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
You know, so let's just say I'm really happy that a lot of the best games on the 64 have been ported. You know. But you know,
ported, remastered,
yeah,
re-released.
exactly. I mean, there's still a few notable exceptions that I'd like to see. You know, maybe like to get on the original 64 if they don't get ported. You know, but other than that, not that bad. You know.
Yeah.
Like for example, if I could find a copy of Mischief Makers and you know, maybe a couple other gems like Clay Fighter 63 and a third. Yeah.
I'm hoping that there will be an ultimate edition of Clay Fighter based on Sculptor's Cut that has all the characters that were in that version plus the original Clay Fighter 63 and a third. Just, you know, every single Clay Fighter character.
That'd be nice.
And it be on everything and in HD and not look like crap.
Clay Fighter Ultimate.
And not. Yeah, Clay Fighter. Just call it Clay Fighter Ultimate. Ultimate
and then start putting in like freaking DLC characters every few months. That was season passes.
Well, I did watch a What Happened video from Matt McMuscles earlier today about the Clay Fighter franchise.
Yeah.
The last one that was going to get released but got canceled was called Clay Fighter Call of Putty.
Oh no.
But,
Damn it.
you know, Interplay was in really bad shape at the time, and they were supposed to have it release on DSiWare and or WiiWare.
Yeah. Didn't somebody pick up some of Interplay's licenses though? Wasn't Rock and Roll Racing one of theirs?
They were simply the publisher for Activision Blizzard's game.
Okay,
At that point.
Okay.
That's still an Activision Blizzard property. In fact, they've just did a recent digital re-release. They called it Activision or Active Blizzard Arcade Pack or something, where they re-released an official digital re-release of Rock and Roll Racing and a couple of others in the same package.
Because I remember you said that there was like a free version of it, and then I downloaded it, and it was like some shitty demo, and it didn't even have any of the songs in it. So yeah, I was like, man, if this is what they're demoing with, I'm scared to get the full game. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at this going, ooh, I want to download the rest of this. I'm looking at it going, man, this looks sus as fuck. I'm not going to download this, you know?
Right.
Like,
this is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
There's a compilation that had this was very, very recent. It's a compilation that included the Lost Vikings and a couple of other games.
Cool.
But I thought it was kind of ironic calling it Arcade Pack or whatever they called it, because...
Call it the Olaf Pack.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, there's so much like cheek in that because Olaf is one of the characters in Lost Vikings. He's a hidden unlockable secret character in Rock and Roll Racing. And if you're playing as Olaf and you are in fourth place, you can hear the announcer say, "Olaf looks lost out there." And that's just beautiful, because it's from Lost Vikings. So, yeah,
gotta love the meta humor.
Yeah, it's absolutely meta. It's so great. I love it.
I just think it's a little misleading from the call it an arcade pack, because none of those games are in arcades.
Right. Well, Rock and Roll Racing is my favorite racing game of all time. I had more fun playing that racing game than I've had with any other racing game I have ever played, period. Like, more fun than Mario Kart, more fun than, you know, any of these other frickin' racing games. You know, so it sucks that there's not, like, you know, more continuations and whatnot for it, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
but still, it's a licensing nightmare, and I wouldn't be surprised if the version in that new collection had music stripped out.
yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of. Like, I mean,
But you could probably go to game FAQs and suss out the details.
I would really have to, like, because if it doesn't have the same music, it wouldn't feel right, but at the same time, it might be easier to stream. Like, so it's a trade-off. It's like, if it's something that I would be interested in streaming, then I might prefer if it had copyright-free music tracks for me to play.
Right.
But I would love it if that were an option and not a default feature, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, to where I can turn copyright on if I'm not streaming it, you know? Because
Right.
that game is so nostalgic for me, and it brings back so many great memories. 'Cause like I said, it's a fun fucking racing game, and those for me, those words don't often belong in the same sentence. You know?
And they usually don't come out of your mouth,
Yeah.
aside from the profanity.
Well, yeah, I mean, not in the, you know, when I'm talking about racing games, it's usually how I want them to die in a dumpster fire. So, you know, like, I tolerate Mario Kart because it has a lot of the same mechanics as Rock and Roll Racing does, but the thing that I really love about Rock and Roll Racing is that it has the progression, the you know, that grind, the
RPG factor.
The RPG factor where you can upgrade your car and it goes from being like a dinky little piece of shit to holy crap, it's got heat-seeking sundog beams and it's a hovercraft. You know?
Right.
Like,
There's a lot of racing games that have that kind of thing, but I understand the diet RPG element plus the rock and roll.
right, it's
overall
everything.
fun.
It's the music, it's the RPG element, it's the Mario Kart-esque, you know, shooting missiles and whatnot to gun down the people in front of you, and laying landmines and oil slicks to slow down the people behind you. All of that working together is what makes it such a great game. There's not one thing that I'm like, oh man, if another game had that, I'd be all over it. It's a combination of those things. So yes, if another game brought all that shit to the table, had really good music, had the RPG-like progression system, and had the combat type stuff, kind of like Mario Kart has, yeah, I'd be down to play that. You know. But like I said, that type of stuff, it seems like something that gets all of those elements, that ticks all those boxes, is relatively rare. You know? So...
Yeah. Not to mention the already mentioned licensing nightmare of the music.
Like I said, it doesn't necessarily even have to be licensed music, just good music, you know? Like... Racing games are not always known for their amazing music. In fact, a lot of racing games, the most you're going to hear in the background is, like music is not like high on their list of priorities in most racing games. You know.
I would beg to differ.
I know. I know that you've played a great deal more racing games than me, but like I'm just thinking about like games from like. I know it's becoming a lot more common lately in the genre, but a lot of the older racing games are just super bare bones about it, you know.
Agreed.
So.
But that same era you're talking about is the era where it started to change.
Right, yeah.
In that regard.
Anyway.
Gran Turismo has had fantastic music from the beginning.
Yeah.
Although the style changed after like the third one, and I stopped really following it.
Yeah.
But I still have a custom playlist that has all my favorite tracks from Gran Turismo on it.
Yeah.
Ridge Racer series, the first 4 games basically is like rave music.
Yeah.
In fact, the third official game in the franchise was called Rave Racer.
How funny.
there's
Dang.
one game that I'm still hoping to find at a thrift store in my next trip this Thursday. It's Extreme G3. It's one of Acclaim's few real gems from, before they really went down the dumpster. It's a motorcycle F-Zero, basically, with some RPG elements.
Yeah.
It had a phenomenal sense of speed, a really great trance techno soundtrack, and
Yeah.
I'd found a way to make the game like super easy within like a very short period of time with no cheats.
Yeah.
You could go so fast you would break the sound barrier and it would distort the music and make the sound go almost completely deaf for a good 5 seconds when you hit top speed. It was a phenomenal feeling.
Yeah.
Of course, the best version to play of it was the GameCube because it had an edge in reading the data faster, just spooling it right off the disc. From what I heard, the PlayStation 2 and Xbox versions, they struggled in that department. Animation would get choppy every so often.
Huh.
Let's see. The Wipeout series always had fantastic music. But it was almost entirely techno-industrial.
Ooh. They've left us to it. And I died. Welp. Fine then.
Did you never play F-Zero back in the day?
I did. I have F-Zero.
Oh. Well, you can't sit there and tell me that Big Blue or Mute City theme didn't rock your sock.
I'm not saying that there's never been a racing game that had music in it. I'm saying that there were a lot of racing games, especially early on in the games in the genre's existence, where the only sound that you were going to get out of it was because even if the game had music, a lot of the time it was overpowered by the in some of those earlier games. But like I said, it's definitely something that I think has been more on the minds of developers recently, making sure that there is nice music there.
Yep.
Wow. Do you feel happy?
Player
Do you feel proud of yourself, Detainings? Does that make you feel good inside? X-Fanes, hi. How's it going? Alright. He says
I do
yes.
remember.
He said yes. Alright.
I do remember one that I played on my uncle's Sega Genesis way back in the day. It was called Art and Senna Super Monaco GP2.
Mm-hmm.
That game had no music whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was more... I think it had no music whatsoever. But I think that was mostly because it was more of a hardcore racing simulator than an arcade style.
Right. Well, and that's the thing, is that a lot of these racing games fancy themselves, as racing simulators or whatever, especially the ones in the arcades. So they're like, oh, we don't need music because we're, it's supposed to be just like being inside of the NASCAR, It's like, some games need music. Sorry. Like
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Like you don't want to like start playing a video game and then like the BGM is the boss theme from the end of Pokemon Coliseum for NASCAR. Anyway. Oh God. me. This is my non-murderable skin. Don't do it. Too adorable to murder. Oh God, no. Aha! Aha! Sorry. Sorry for your loss. Alright. Oh, snap.
You almost sounded like Mandark there for a minute.
Nah. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! No, that's Mandark. Anyway.
Said almost.
Oh.
Oh yeah, back to the whole music licensing nightmare. Case in point for how difficult that can be. When they were putting together Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 HD remastered, they managed to get all but like 2 tracks from the soundtracks between both games into it. Meaning, you know, it's amazing. Even Activision, Blizzard, whatever the company is now, they still failed to get the entire soundtrack of both games into that one game.
Active Blizzard. Yeah. Oh God. I'm having things thrown at me. Oh snap. Man, everybody's throwing stuff at me. Look at the tatings. Trying to remain hidden and safe.
Safe? No such thing as safe.
I know,
in this
it's
game.
Brawlhalla, right? Oh, be careful. Oh, I got hit. I'm hit. Oh my God. Alright, come here. Come here. It's hammer time. Careful. Oh no. Stupid thing. Alright. Wow. That move. Wow. Okay. GG.
Player 4 wins.
I think the best part about playing this...
Policia BR wins. GG. Detaining says, Ass has nutrition, BTE, 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 BTW. He took one stock away from me while I was AFK. Sorry. I was just catching up on chat there.
I think the best thing about playing this without hearing the sound effects is when there's an Ember player using that forest dog spirit thing. I don't hear the aggravating sound effect. That reminds me of a better game.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Magyar.
Reminds me of a sound effect from Comic Zone.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I love how, like, you keep hearing, like, the
3,
same
2, 1, brawl.
animal sound effects, like, over and over again. And, like, if you watch enough, like, animation and video games, you, like, start hearing, like, the same freaking sound effects and different things. It's like, does everybody just buy, like, the same stock sound effects from the same companies over and over again? Is that what happens? Like, you know?
Kind of like hearing the cat Wilhelm in every movie or TV show.
Yeah. Or like you hear the like the animal roar sound effects from He-Man, like in everything.
Oh.
You know, like, you know, I don't know. I remember laughing my ass off the first time I watched the Ramen 1/2 movie because they actually used the same sound effect as the Care Bear stare in one of the fucking scenes in that movie. Like,
Really?
yeah, the scene where the Seven Lucky Gods airship is descending is like has the freaking that you know, that weird chime sound effect from the Care Bear. So I was like, ah!
Huh.
Oh man.
I think I've repressed that.
Yeah, maybe.
Not Ranma.
Yeah. Oh man. This is funny. Ah!
I did happen to walk past the toy department earlier this week at Walmart, and I saw the Care Bears on the store shelves, the new ones.
Yeah.
And I was like, since when do they make them all look so smug and snarky?
Right. I've been waiting for like a more modern, edgy Care Bears. like, welcome to the Give a Fuck Bears. You know? We're the Give a Fuck Bears. We give a fuck.
And then there'd be a new character called Idgaf Bear, who's the rebel who's left the Care Bears and is working with the villain, the super villain, like a traitor bear. Be all black, have a scar over his left eye.
Damn it.
Maybe a hole or something in his right ear.
Maybe a hole in his stomach.
Yeah,
Or
the
in his
symbol
heart. The symbol on his stomach is just a gaping black void.
a singularity.
Right. What's that symbol on your tummy? It's black as hell. Just emo bear.
Have a tattoo or just patches of fur missing on his back that spelled IDGAF.
Alright. Just friggin' emo Care Bear. Emo Care Bear gets fired from his job. Listen, I don't think you're really working out. We're gonna have to let you go. These funny ass shit. Oh,
So
man.
what's the story with Idgaf beer? What was the first thing that tipped you off that he wasn't made for us? That he wasn't gonna fit in? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was the time he set fire to the drapes, or when he tried to spike the punch at the annual Carolot meeting.
Yeah, I don't know. I've actually thought about using about getting some stream memes off of Care Bears because like just to be funny, because there are a couple of really funny moments in a couple of those deals. Like there was one where it's not necessarily funny on its own, but depending on the context, there's a scene where one of the bears is like, the carrying meter dropped 2 whole points, and then everybody gasps. You know, like, so it's like that would be funny as hell as like a reaction to people, like when somebody says something that you absolutely do not give a fuck about. Like the carrying meter dropped 2 whole points. You know? Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if I'm laughing so hard because I'm tired or because I'm horribly depressed.
Yeah. Anyway.
At any
But
rate,
yeah.
I needed that.
Right. Anyway. Yes. Yes, this stream's not for kids. That's why we're talking about Care Bears, damn it. Oh, fuck.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
I can think of a Ninja Turtles one.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get a wider variety of stream memes. I've been thinking about stuff to get. Like, I want to get one from Overlord, like the Japanese version, with Ainzul Gon saying what. Just because I think it would be funny to have alongside all those Skeletor clips.
Oh.
Because he's basically Skeletor with drip. Like...
Oh, the Ninja Turtles one I'm thinking of is when Leo asks Shredder, "Do we look stupid to you?" Raph says, "No, never open yourself up like that."
I mean, okay, Ainz has, like, you know, super expensive robes, like, god tier items, like, just hanging all over him, and he's got bitches. So, I mean, Skeletor had Evil Lyn, but, you know, like, you don't have the kind of swag that Ainz is running around with. I'm just saying.
She's Evil Lyn was a conniving little
Yeah,
four-legged
she was
canine.
like, yeah, she didn't really care about him. She's just like, oh, I'll hang around you until I can take over for myself. That type of character. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's like most of the characters in that show. It's like, oh, I'm only just hanging around you until I can take over for myself. You know. Rawr. But yeah. I love that robot chicken clip where the Evil Lyn is like, you know, scared. She's like talking about like repenting, you know. She's like, from now on, I'll be called Good Lyn. He's like, wait. This whole time you've been Evil Lyn? I just thought your name was Evelyn. you know?
Gotta love the pun work there.
Right, so fucking funny. Oh fuck! I hate this place. Don't talk to me unless you're up on the noodle side. Don't talk to me or my bowl of ramen ever again. Oh, I'm walking on landmines. Whoa.
And I may now quit without penalty.
Yeet! You're supposed
I
to
think
get
another
yeeted.
good Care Bear, meme would be one you described to me with, Frostbite was like
Oh.
pouring ice over a frozen Care Bear.
Yeah, they walk in.
And-
Frostbite, what are you doing? Watering the pretty flowers. Yeah. Just that one frame with the pissed off Care Bear going, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
You know? That would be pretty funny. Oh fuck! Just because it's funny to see a Care Bear like actually pissed about something.
Yep.
Oh, yes, indubitably. I'm Sir Roland. I shall have the most astounding victory ever. Oh, no! I've been destroyed! Hey! I didn't pull it out. Alright.
Player 3 wins.
Oh, man. Jeez.
Magyar.
Backyard. Alright, get him.
Three, two, one, brawl.
I love how Care Bears had two different movies and each one has a different origin story for them.
So you could watch them back to back and get thoroughly confused.
Uh-huh, exactly. Exactly. It's like, wait. Did you just like, wait, what?
Of course, the second one was a retcon so they can sell the Care Bear cousins, if I remember
The
correctly.
Care Bears? Hell yeah, that had movies. The first Care Bear movies introduced the Care Bear cousins, and then the second one, went back and showed the Care Bears and the Care Bear cousins together as babies, which totally conflicts with the first movie, and then like, you know, yeah. Yeah, it had two different movies. I mean, the second movie had some fantastic sight gags in it, if nothing else.
Yeah, just imagine pulling double duty.
Yeah, that double duty sight gag with Grumpy Bear, that was fantastic. Oh, like, that's the thing, there's lore, it just contradicts itself. That's the funny part. Like,
So the first one had the cousins in it too?
Yeah, the first one introduced them. Like, that's where they came from. Like, because you know, it basically in the first Care because the very first piece of Care Bears animation was a special. It was called Care Bears in the Land Without Feelings. It introduced the first 10 bears and Professor Coldheart, who was their enemy through most of the animated series, the early animated series.
The one that was on Disney Channel or the...
No, the earlier one.
Dominating.
Yeah, because basically, Professor Coldheart, like, because they did the Land Without Feelings, and then they got greenlit for a TV series, and the TV series, I'm pretty sure the TV series added, I believe, 3 more bears to the lineup, maybe. Because it added Hugs and Tugs and Graham's bear, which were the 2 babies and their caretaker, and they were in the Care Bears Battle the Freeze Machine, which again the villain was Professor Coldheart there, and that's the scene that was the one that had the watering the pretty flowers scene in it, and then let's see. After that, like, it seems like that was the pilot for the TV series, because the theme song for that movie was the end theme for the first TV series. So it seems like that was like kind of the, you know, do I like Big Thunder Guard? Hell no! I hate that place. Fuck it. Anyway.
I seem to vaguely remember that in the early 2000s they had like special anniversary re-releases of the original
sure
Care
they did.
Bears and the actual toys.
Yeah.
And then what made me almost invest in them was that each individual bear that got released had a DVD
Yeah.
with an episode or 2 of the classic shorts or the TV
Right.
series.
Right.
And
But
I vaguely remembered having a beta cassette of 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, as the TV series continued, they started adding more and more characters, and then when that first movie happened, they added Secret Bear and then the Care Bear cousins to the mix, and then and we got disconnected. Oh hey.
I was wondering why you just slid down the
Yeah, no, that wasn't me.
pit of doom.
Can we?
Are we looking at a new room code?
If this game won't fucking connect me, we are. Open. Could not. No, I don't want. What are you doing? Really? Really? Really, Brawlhalla? Really? I'm obviously connected to the internet because I'm still fucking streaming, so what the fuck are you doing?
I'm the only one in the lobby right now.
I absolutely hate Big Thunder Guard. Fuck Big Thunder Guard. What the fuck, Brawlhalla? What the fuck?
Open. Damn it, open!
Alright. Guess I'm closing the game.
Oh, grief.
Alright, opening the game back up.
Open. Damn it, open!
Oh my god. So you're with Optimus.
Boobies.
Welcome to Brawlhalla.
Alright, here we go. Can I get in? Oh, look at that. It's like magic. It just lets me right the fuck in. Motherfucker. pain in my fucking ass.
So am I keeping this room open?
I don't think so. New room is, what is that? 900-892.
900-892.
Replace pinned comment. Take that. Hunger versus Big Thunderguard. Man, if they let me, I would destroy Big Thunderguard and it would never come back. Seriously, dumpster that stage.
Orion.
Oh my gosh. See, if they got rid of Big Thunderguard, then I could find some other stage to complain about.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Anyway. Ah, God. Big Thunderguard is just a platform floating in the middle of nowhere. It is boring, it's uninteresting, and it sucks. It's absolutely terrible. It's just one stupid platform. The big version of it is, like, mildly better than the tiny version, but not by much. Yeah, it's actually stupid. I think people only like it because they like picking these Lance characters, and then they like the stage because it puts all their enemies right in front of them, so they can do this. You know, they can just sit there and do thrusting moves and hit everybody in front of them because there's nothing to it. You know, I don't know why else you would enjoy that stage. It sucks. Yeah, Ramen Sign is great compared to that. My favorite stage is Sundrive City, but, I'm not saying there are no other stages with any merit. I'm just saying that Big Thunderguard is the absolute worst stage in this whole fucking game. I wish they would dumpster it. I wish they would just fucking 86 that fucking stage and start over. Like, they could keep the background, just make a different fucking platform to go with it. It's absolutely boring as shit what they've got now. Even if they just extended the sides of it down, that would make it 20 times better. If the sides were longer, to where you could do more edge playing, that would be ideal. I just said edge playing like it's something like dirty, but no, like. Ow. I mean, there are plenty of people who like to fucking fuck around on Big Thunderguard and like go underneath the stage and do all this nonsensical crap, and I think that making the edges longer would fix that fucking problem. No, not Detainings! Anything but Detainings getting disconnected. Quick, kill him now. Kill him now while the bot's in control.
I got a couple of free hits. That's all I could manage.
Sorry for your loss. Ah, almost got him again.
So is Aquan Solus's brother?
No, that's Hutch McGee. He's Solus's brother.
Oh.
Fuck! Your system died. Aww. That's just terrible.
Maximum stuckage.
It's okay. We will avenge you.
I'll only sort of enjoy sending your character into the abyss. Or orbit. Ooh, it's just you and me.
Proceed on your way to oblivion.
Say hi to Maroon is Dagon for me.
Player 2 wins.
Sorry. Woo. That was amazing. Oh, jeez. Man.
Orion.
That was awesome.
What?
Grumpy Temple. I hate this place.
What?
I like Grumpy Temple.
What?
I didn't vote for it, I just
3,
hit the
2,
random button.
1,
Okay.
brawl.
Here we are at the Grumpy Temple. I have 4 different ones, technically 5. I want to get one with Einzul going from Overlord. That's my current goal. Because I think it'd be funny.
Oh, I think I did watch the single most expensive episode of Big Bang, aside from the double-length finale, that is.
Yeah.
It featured Will Wheaton, Kevin Smith, Joe Manganiello.
So it's just expensive because of all the guest stars.
Yeah, William Shatner,
Oh my god.
and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh my god.
And the basic plot was one of the guys gets invited to Will Wheaton's. Well, he finds out about it, and then he gets invited to Will Wheaton's secret celebrity D&D game.
Oh, how funny.
And thinking that his wife would be absolutely uninterested, blabs it to his wife, who then blabs it to all their girlfriends, and
Oh no.
the other guys find out. And yeah,
Oh.
it was just a great episode.
Ah! You're back. Oh, darn. I mean, it might be time to end the streak. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to Tatings.
You gotta win tonight.
Yeah, no, I've gotten a couple wins that I probably shouldn't have tonight. I'm good. I'm having fun tonight. This is good.
Good.
I actually got a decent night's sleep. Didn't have to take a nap when I got home. So yeah, today has been a nice day. Oh.
Yes!
Player 1 wins.
GG me.
GG.
Think it sucks you don't get bonus gold or XP for winning.
Alright.
Orion.
Wait, Detanix, are you trying to say that I'm only losing because I don't like Big Thunderguard? Is that what you're insinuating?
You know, it's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you've said has been right.
Why do you believe this nonsense, you titanic fucking idiot?
Sorry. Alright, let's... Oh, man. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Alright, get him. He's playing the Power Rangers theme over there.
I wasn't as much of a fan of the theme song as I was almost every other song.
Do I stream Brawlhalla all the time? I stream it every Sunday right now. That is my Brawlhalla streaming day, is on Sunday. You seem to only show up on Sundays, but I stream other games during other times of the week. Alana. Sorry. Nice powerful shitpost Sunday over here. Oh no! Woo! Get him. Snap. Damn. Why all these things gotta disappear right before I grab them? What the fuck? Assholes? Damn! Oofed. Got bombed. Of course I got killed by a bomb, why wouldn't I? Oh!
Whoa, I won again.
Nice!
Wow.
Wins.
No amount of
Wasn't
therapy will
expecting
ever make
that.
this moment okay.
Anyway.
And my account leveled up.
Oh, cool.
48.
All right.
Orion.
They've killed Fritz! They've killed Fritz! Those lousy stinking yellow
So
berries!
I've already griped about how my week has been.
Yeah.
Anything interesting happen in your neck of the woods this past 7 days?
Oh, man. Let's see. Gosh, was it this Monday? I don't know. We had a day up at the shop. I want to say it was this. Yeah, it was this past Monday. And when we got there, one of the ceiling tiles had broken because it had been raining and the roof was leaking. And so the game area was flooded. It took us 3 hours to clean the damn thing. So we kind of spent, a while for the next few days after that, kind of dealing with the fallout from that mess. It was pretty crappy. And then Friday was like a huge release day. Like 4 different TCGs had big releases coming out. So we were insanely busy. Several $1,000s in sales.
Nice. Did you lose much product or what have you with the water damage?
From the water damage from the flooding that day, we lost next to no product.
What about the other week? The hail?
The hail is really the source of the roof leaks, so the hail really hasn't caused us much in the way of product damage either. We did have some damage in the office that cost us some things that weren't for sale. Like there were a couple TVs in there that got leaked on, so... I don't know how damaged they were by that.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to turn them on.
Right. So, anyway, what is it? When we had the more recent fiasco, there was a box of books that someone had given her to sell. And some of the books in that box got a little tiny bit of water damage on them. So that's technically product that could have been put out, but it hasn't been put out yet. So
it wasn't consignment. It was
it
just
wasn't consignment. It was just
donated.
It was just donated. So she didn't lose any actual money on it. So. People do that type of stuff sometimes. They're like, here, you sell this and get it to a good home. Like, we had...
Yeah, I remember walking in briefly the other day and I saw the arcade machine was covered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that precaution?
Yeah, it's just a precaution. It's nothing that's wrong with it. It's just that we've been noticing, or we've been covering everything at night. To just in case a new leak sprouts somewhere. Ever since that day, we've been more mindful of. Because we've been putting tarps on things, but like ever since that day, we've been more mindful of making sure to. Cover everything up,
Cool.
Even where it doesn't seem like it's going to leak, So.
I'm super happy that it was minimal damage for you guys.
Yeah.
Orion.
It's just
I was a little concerned.
But yeah, so. Big fat releases.
Pokemon still selling out.
3, 2,
Not as
1,
fast as it was. The
brawl.
Pokemon card game used to be just selling like gangbusters, but you know, like it's really the Shining Fates that everybody's crazy about. So if it's not Pokemon Shining Fates, we may be able to keep it in for a week or so, or maybe even longer. So.
I saw this apparently viral video on Kotaku.com. People just completely swarming a Walmart aisle for the Pokemon cards the minute they open.
Yeah.
And I didn't even watch the video. I just saw the thumbnail version and the headline.
Right. Yeah.
It's like either Walmart being stupid or just not caring.
Well, Walmart.
Or both.
Depending on which Walmart, some Walmarts have told their card distributors to stop stocking them. But yeah, because Target had somebody show up there. Because Target was doing it to where like they were only selling Pokemon cards at specific times on Smart, like oh, if you come in Friday right after we open, we'll sell them for a few hours or all day Friday or whatever. But you have to get them at the customer service desk. You can't just walk around and pick them up off the shelf. And so they were doing stuff like that, and somebody. As they were walking out of a Target, got held at gunpoint for their Pokemon stuff. You know, I mean, can you imagine? You just finally scored yourself some rare Pokemon stuff, and then you're walking out of Target. You know, one or two people walk up to you with shirts with R's on them. You know, demanding your rare Pokemon. You know, like just terrible. But anyway, all joking aside,
There's definitely a law of diminishing returns on that joke.
Yeah.
Sorry to have to enforce it.
Well, yeah. But yeah, it's pretty sad that you got people acting
People
like
suck.
that. You know, it's like. You know, and you know that it's just somebody who's trying to scalp it. You know?
Of course.
Because these people who are scalpers aren't fans. They don't know who the characters are. You know, they barely know which set to buy. You know. So. You know, I hope that a bunch of these frickin', you know, Weekend Warrior scalper type people buy a bunch of useless crap that nobody wants and end up getting stuck with it because they're trying to sell it for too much. So, because the more of them that do that, the less of them are going to try scalping.
Player 3 wins.
Anyway, GG detainings.
Yeah, I hate scalpers with a passion, especially when it comes to games and game consoles.
Right.
Well, and the real...
And I kind of feel the same way about, you know, trading cards, collectibles, and,
Right, the real problem is not the scalpers themselves, it's the people on the other end that are paying these outrageous prices. Because if there were nobody out there willing to pay these fucking ridiculous prices for these products, nobody would be buying them and trying to scalp them. You know?
Yep.
Because you've got so many people willing to pay, you know, up to 10 times what's going out in retail for some things. There's gonna be fucking scalpers, like for new video game consoles, for trading card games, for fucking computer parts, you know, whatever is having supply shortages, which is just about everything in the hobby sector right now, apparently. There's gonna be people who will buy it and then sell it for 2-3 times, sometimes more than that, what it's worth, you know?
Yep. I mean, at least if for example, somehow I were to get a PlayStation 5 or a Series X at a raffle or a drawing or whatever, I would put it up on eBay. Starting bid would be retail.
Yeah.
That way, I can't feel guilty about when people get into a bidding war over it.
Well, and it's different when it's like an auction website and it starts recently versus when it's somebody who's like, okay, let's start the bidding in several thousand.
Yeah.
Like I said, that if there wasn't some dumbass out there that would pay it, nobody would do that.
Yeah.
So sometimes people just need to fucking chill and wait for prices to come down before they start fucking buying this shit online. Some people are just so enthusiastic about cracking packs that they will pay just about anything to do it. Speaking of which, one of the interesting trends that I've noticed recently has been Cardfight Vanguard's newest set. So, Cardfight Vanguard has been around for a while. It's got an anime that goes with it. It's one of those shameless card game anime as a commercial for the card game.
Oh boy.
That
was kind of the way Yu-Gi-Oh got its start.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh got its start as a manga that was about just playing games in general. It wasn't made into an anime. Like the original Yu-Gi-Oh anime wasn't about the card game really at all. There was like one episode that touched on it. But we didn't get that anime over here. We got the anime is commercial for card game, even though it's not playing by the same rules.
Right.
But yeah, because the original thing wasn't like the creator originally didn't design the card game. Like he wrote the story first and designed the card games later. So it's one of those things where it wasn't something where it just started. They were like, hey, let's make a card game and then make an anime to sell it. Which is what Duel Masters and Cardfight Vanguard and Future Card Buddy Fight are. It's just let's make a card game and then create an anime around it to sell it.
Yes.
So.
Player 3 wins.
GG once again detainings. But anyway, Cardfight Vanguard. They've done a couple of I guess they call them rule resets or whatever, where they basically do some major fine-tuning to the game's rules and mechanics, and then basically they're like, okay, well, you can, all right, see you later, Andre Felipe, and then they will sit there and go, okay, well, we're gonna put this new set out that has these new mechanics, and then you can only use cards from after this set in these tournaments, and then we have other tournaments where you can use all the cards, So they did that. They had like Vanguard V or something like that, and then so with this newest set that they released just this past Friday, it's called Vanguard Overdress. And in the Vanguard Overdress format, like, the big change that they've made is that originally Vanguard had like 20-something different clans of creatures that you could use, and your deck could only use one clan, but a lot of the clans were really underrepresented, so you'd have like a set come out and it would have like monsters from like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 clans in it, and then there wouldn't be any other monsters from that clan in there, or any other monsters from any other clans in there. So if your deck wasn't one of those clans, then you didn't need to buy the set, So like, players would get really picky about which clans they wanted to play with, or which sets they wanted to buy, And like I said, sometimes a player would have a clan that was really underrepresented, and there'd be like maybe one card for their clan in every set that came out, or something like that. So So a lot of these players felt disenfranchised and like, man, I really want to play with this clan, but they're not supporting me. You know, so anyway, what Overdress did was they said, okay, instead of having, you know, X number of clans, we're going to have 6 nations, and then each of the clans now belongs to one of those 6 nations. So, so basically now when you're building a deck, instead of building it with just one clan in mind, you're building it with just one nation in mind. So you're able to use monsters from, or characters or whatever from multiple clans, and not have to worry so much about, you know, it basically frees up the game developers to not have to shoehorn more things for each clan just to balance out clan representation. Instead, they just need to make sure that each nation is being represented equally, and then they can sell the sets that way. So, yeah, I think it's a better approach. It matches more closely with what other games have been doing, like Magic the Gathering, for example. Magic the Gathering has 5 colors and whatnot. And some people dislike that about the new set. They're like, oh, it just makes it like all these other games, but it's like, those other games are successful, you know? Like, so it's like, yeah, you know, you can gripe about the changes all they want, but you know, you're the one that's only buying, you know, every 3rd or 4th set because they're not supporting your clan in all the sets, you know. So it's something where I'm sure this change is designed to keep them making money. And what they did was they said, oh, well, we want people to adopt this new format, so they started selling the starter decks for it really cheap, like as cheap as a booster pack, you know. So like the starter decks for it are like $3.99, or the MSRP is $3.99, but when we ordered them, the profit margin on them was shit, so we raised the price by $1. Like, it's just like, yeah, if you want us to sell these for $3.99, then don't charge us like $3 for them, you know. So anyway, but yeah, so do we want to go ahead and end here, or
I can do one more.
One more? All right, one more it is.
Orion.
But yeah. So, like I said, what I was getting to was I was saying that there's been a trend in the booster boxes because apparently, because it's the first booster for this new format, again, they're really wanting the players to adopt this format and run with it. So the booster boxes apparently have really good pulls. So like people have been like, we had people come up, you know, and buy their first box of boosters, and then after they buy that first box, they open it and they see how good the pulls are, and they come back and they buy another box. And so we had one guy who literally bought a box, went back to the gaming area, opened it up, went back up to the counter, bought another box, went back to the gaming area, opened it up, went back to the counter, bought another box, went back to he bought 4 boxes doing that, like one at a time, you know, because they were such good pulls, he just couldn't stop himself. So I'm like, man, more of this, please. Can you do this every set? You know, can you just like stop making the pull rates garbage and actually give people good cards so that they'll want to buy more boxes? That would be great, you know. Because yeah, it was, and like that guy wasn't the only one that did it. We had another one do almost the same thing later that day. You know, he comes up, buys a box, sees how great the pulls are, comes back, buys 2 more. You know, like, so yeah.
If I ever had experiences like that with card games, maybe I'd play them.
Yeah. So it's something where,
or maybe I'd still play them.
Well, you know, there's some interesting things with card games. You know, like right now, one of the big things is the Dark Magician Girl Lost Art promos. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Famously, when it first came out, was censoring a lot of their cards. Like, a pretty good number of their cards got censored in one way or another. Like, they, you know, either because they were trying to remove religious imagery from them, or because they were trying to de-slutify the female characters depicted on them, you know, or because they wanted to turn the what is it called, legendary fisherman's spear into a little stick with a ball on the end. You know, anyway, whatever the stupid reason, they ended up censoring a lot of the cards. Well, the Lost Art promos is something that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is doing, where they send the stores a promo card, and if you spend $30 on Konami product in the store, then you get this promo card for free, and it's got the original Japanese art on it. It's the same card effects and everything as the normal English version, but it has the original artwork and not the censored version. So, right now, the Lost Art promo is Dark Magician Girl, and, yeah, she's very popular. Apparently...
Yeah, I wonder why.
Apparently, if you get this card...
I can think of 2 huge reasons why.
Right, but yeah, apparently if you get this card and then sell it online, you could basically... It only costs you $30 worth of... You basically buy $30 worth of Yu-Gi-Oh! Product to get this card, and then it sells for like $50. So yeah.
Pays for itself.
Yeah, it more than pays for itself, so some people are just getting it to hawk it, and then other people are getting it because they actually want one. But, you know, it's just funny that people are going so berserk over this card. You know. But, you know.
They don't get just one copy of the card per store, do they?
No, it's one copy. Like we got several copies of it, but we've been limiting cards to 1 copy per person per day, so that we don't get people trying to buy up all of our Konami products just so they can walk out with a handful of them. Anyway.
Right.
Anyway, we're gonna stop it here.
Sure.
All right. You heard the man. That's gonna be it for this one, everybody. We'll be back
Good night, everybody.
next Sunday for more Brawlhalla. Look forward to that. Tomorrow's stream, if it's not Digimon World 4, it'll be something else. We'll see what happens. So, look forward to that. And, of course, as always, I do hope everybody has a great day. Bye-bye!